Hey, I'm Shane Mitchell. It's hot, it's sunny. That means it's summertime. And at Mountain Home, that means there's a lot of cool things to do, especially outdoors. So my buddies Jay and Devin are gonna show us some of the things to do and how to be safe while doing it. Come check it out.
Idaho is world-renowned for its winter sports, trout, and potatoes. But with the change of winds signaling the arrival of summer, a huge array of opportunities open up, many of which can be found right nearby. If you look south from the base, you'll notice the imposing, often snow-capped peaks of the Owyhee Mountains. Packed with surprises, this mountain range is home to abundant wildlife, OHV and hiking trails, as well as history.
We're actually starting our journey in the Owyhee Mountains, more specifically, War Eagle Mountain. I mean, there's a lot of history here. It used to be a volcano, and then in the 1860s, you'd see mine shafts like this pop up everywhere. This is actually where silver was first discovered in Idaho. Some even say, if you listen long enough on a cold, dark winter's night, you can hear the voices of miners who were trapped in the collapse of these mines. That's not true at all, but it'd be awesome if it were true.
Oh!
You didn't tell me you were going to have a shovel that time.
How's it going, Shane?
What's going on? So while you're here, this Devin, kind of show us some of the safety things we need to worry about.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
There's a lot of mouse droppings around, and when you breathe in the mouse dropping dust, it can actually give you hantavirus. And if you don't know what hantavirus is, Google it, it's nasty. These structures might have holes, and you could fall, it could be dangerous. You don't want to touch anything that looks rusted, any nails or any screws. You could get tetanus. You want to avoid structures like this. They can collapse and will be dangerous.
If you're not hiking, climbing to the summit presents challenges of its own. It's important to make sure your vehicle has four-wheel drive and enough clearance to handle the precarious mountain road.
Make sure you're driving the proper vehicle. Like, don't take your Volvo up here. It's not meant for that. That was bottom.
But once at the top, the gut-wrenching drive proves worth the trip. Idaho is famous for its rugged mountains and alpine vistas, and the Owyhee Mountains don't disappoint.
Whenever you go out for a summertime hike, make sure you have proper equipment, proper clothing, and proper footwear. And you need to drink water a lot because hydration is key. And for people with pale skin like I do, make sure you have your sunscreen.
So this is kind of our wildlife guy, Jay. He's into this stuff. He just caught some frogs.
Alpine meadows like this one are home to Pacific chorus frogs. Closely related to tree frogs, these little beauties emerge with the snowmelt from hibernation and begin filling springs, ponds, and cattle tanks with their offspring. However, as peaceful as their life cycle may seem, many of them fall prey to roaming garter snakes and racers, while their larvae often end up on the dinner plates of water beetles, fish, and tiger salamanders. The Snake River Plain, the vast valley between the Owyhee and Sawtooth Mountains, and home to Mountain Home Air Force Base, is where most people will spend a lot of their outdoors time. Nearly 15,000 years ago, the enormous Lake Bonneville breached its natural dam in southeastern Idaho, releasing a 400-foot-high wall of water which raced through the Snake River Plain, creating and expanding gorges and canyons and transforming the landscape. The flood, along with volcanic activity as the Yellowstone hotspot moved across southern Idaho, left behind an abundance of mineral deposits and fossils, explaining why gold panning and rock hounding are two popular summer activities. Another feature left behind is the Bruneau Sand Dunes.
Next part of our trip, we decided to go to the Bruneau Dunes State Park. Standing right now on the base of the tallest single-structured dune in North America, it's about 470 feet to get to the top. Now that may not seem like much, but if you look at the people coming down now, it's a long way to go.
Bruneau Dunes State Park was established in 1967 and ensures visitors can enjoy the area year after year.
So I've never been to dunes before, and I guess one of the cool things you can do is sandboarding. It looks a lot like snowboarding. So, 470 feet to the top, we'll see how long it takes to get down. Step after slow, arduous step. Don't make the mistake I did by wearing jeans and a black shirt. Probably shorts would be better. Don't forget to hydrate. Really hot out here. All right, you know what? I'm gonna just kind of wing it. Stop! Oh. Look at me, man! I'm fine, I'm doing! That was actually pretty fun.
You want to make sure that your foot is completely strapped in to the board and secured properly with these elastic bands. Another safety tip I would give you is you want to wear proper headgear, like a helmet or something, maybe some elbow pads and knee pads just in case you take a tumble like Shane did. Let's go. Oh, I need to grab my socks on the way down. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen.
With summer temperatures capable of reaching triple digits, it's important to be prepared for your visit to the park. Bring loads of water, comfortable clothes for hiking through the sands, and of course, bug spray. Mosquitoes and biting flies are present in the park and are more prevalent in the summer as water levels drop and ponds stagnate. Luckily, the dreaded West Nile virus is rare in Idaho.
So after we're done sandboarding, did a 3-mile hike around the dunes. Got to see a lot of nature. It's gorgeous out here. You can see how the years of erosion have kind of shaped the area.
At the end of your day in the park, be sure to check yourself for ticks, as Lyme disease is all too easy to contract. Bruneau Dune State Park is a great destination to check out, even if you're not feeling up to scaling the massive dune. The park also offers stargazing, camping, swimming, and fishing. Speaking of fishing, the dunes sit right on the edge of the Snake River.
One of the great things about being in this area is there's plenty of places to pull over and go fishing between Twin Falls and Boise. Just don't forget to get a fishing license. It's really not that hard if you're military. Just head to this website, fill out the affidavit, make sure your first sergeant or commander signs it. License is pretty much done.
Traveling downstream, the Snake River becomes C.J. Strike Reservoir. Only 15 minutes from the base, its ease of access, along with amenities at the Air Force Marina, run by Outdoor Recreation, make the lake one of the most popular destinations for a summertime escape.
We're out here at Strike Dam, not too far from Mountain Home, just about a half-hour drive. And there's a lot of things to do on the lake. So we're going to be out here for a couple days. We figured we'd take day one, go out with our friend Rob, who's been nice enough to lend us his boat, and talk a lot about boat safety and some things you should be aware of on the water. So rule number one, think safety, which means life jackets. If you're 14 or under, you have to wear it at all times on most boats. If you're older than that, just make sure you have one handy in case you need it.
You can fish, book a weekend stay in the lakeside cabins, and rent from a large selection of watercraft to make the most of your time at the 7,500-acre reservoir.
What do you guys do out here?
Out here, we emphasize on boat safety, making sure that all the boaters and operators and stuff have all their safety equipment. They're doing proper maneuvers and stuff on the water. We'll go out actually check on boaters, making sure the children do have their life vest on. A number of different variances on there. Mainly just making sure that people are having fun out recreating and being safe with it. We even speak about having alcohol on the boats. A lot of people misunderstand that you can't have alcohol on boats, which is not true. You can, but it's a responsible use of. Safety is our biggest concern. You know, we understand this is a recreational sport that people want to come out, enjoy their days. We just want to make sure that everybody's safe and abiding by the rules so everybody can enjoy it.
While it's important to have fun and unwind, there are plenty of safety concerns to keep in mind. Obviously, don't drink and drive, especially as the roads are chock full of twists and turns, bumps, and can suddenly change from asphalt to gravel without warning. And if you do take alcohol out on a boat with you, don't operate the watercraft while under the influence. Follow buoys and warning signs, have life vests, and don't get caught out on the water at night without a spot lamp and navigation lights. With the arrival of the work week or the end of your leave, you'll be able to return to work safely and with plenty of stories, all the while being able to look forward to your next adventure in Idaho's great outdoors.